What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
We are Geek for All, and we are here. In fact, we are going to be celebrating our 10-year anniversary this weekend on this channel, this Sunday, in fact, specifically, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you are watching this after the fact, the VOD should be on the channel for you to watch. And if you're watching it beforehand, set your clocks. I mean, I guess not. But you can subscribe and ring that bell and you'll get those notifications. The reason that I bring that up is because for those of you that may have watched us for a long time here on this channel, again, celebrating 10 years, you may know that in the past, we used to open booster boxes. Now, back in my day, there was only one kind of booster box. So we just bought a box and opened it. Sometimes it would be in multiple videos, sometimes it would be in one video, whatever the case may be. But it's been, admittedly, a long time since we've opened our own individual booster box from a set. And that's probably not going to be like consistently changing, but because of our connection to Final Fantasy, because if you are unfamiliar, over on Video Games for All, one of our other two channels, linked down in the description box below, we have played through the entirety, at the time of recording, of Final Fantasy VII that you are all able to go watch, and part of Final Fantasy VIII, which will be coming back very soon so that we can finish up that playthrough as well. We will almost certainly be playing through many, if not all, of the other Final Fantasy games soon over on Video Games for All, so stay tuned for that as well. But because of that connection, we've really enjoyed this set so far.
Yes.
And we got to open some pre-release kits. We got to do a big opening of some play booster boxes and collector booster boxes for our sponsor store, Champion Card Collector in Poughkeepsie, New York. But this is a play booster box for just us. Just like the pre-release kits were also just for us. Those were also ours. But this now gets to be our play booster box. And I thought to myself, okay, you know, we're doing this as an experience. The way I used to open booster boxes on this channel was if I've spent the money, / we, of course, have spent the money on a booster box, it's not going to be the way that I do the big openings, the 2 cases or 12 boxes of product, where we're just going to pick up a pack, open it, go to the rare, show it off, and then go to the next pack. Because I spent money on this, and I want this to be a good experience. And so what we used to do then, and what we are going to do now, is we are going to go through each and every card. But as you may be able to tell from how we titled this video, we're going to do these videos as sets of 6, aka sealed pools. Each play booster box comes with 30 packs, and so that is 5 different sealed pools. So we're going to do the top 6 packs, then the next 6, then the next 6, etc. And we will look at what the sealed pools that come out of this box could be and what kinds of decks we would make with those sealed pools. Because if you're unfamiliar, when we stream every Monday here on this channel at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we play Magic the Gathering Arena, we often will play limited. In fact, almost always we play limited, sealed, and or draft. So let's see if we can talk about what kind of a sealed pool we will make. But Amy is here as well, and I want to know from you any flavor wins that you enjoy from the set, as well as any Vorthos-related things. So flavor wins, art, etc.
Okay.
So,
good to me.
Good. I'm glad. This is fun. We have not... we haven't done this, like I said, in a while, so I'm looking forward to seeing all the cool things that we get from our play booster box. So we start with a Scorpion Sentinel, a Summon Chocomog. So this is from Final Fantasy VII, so again, a game that we have played, and it's one of the Saga creatures. We have an Item Shopkeep, just generic item shopkeep. We have a Marlboro. We've come across many of these.
Yes,
no, they are not Marlboros or Marlboros. That is a brand of cigarette. This is Marlboro, although, ironically, these things do have bad breath.
Yeah, exactly.
And I say ironic, it was almost certainly purposeful, but still. We have Bard's Bow as one of the job select equipments. That's a good one.
I love that art on that one.
Yeah, it's very
So
cool.
pretty.
Yeah. The equip cost is 6, which is kind of a lot. But it does, like I said, it's job select. So it's a 3 mana 3/3 reacher. It's just that, in later turns, if they kill that creature, you can pay 6 to re-equip this and give something else +2/+2 in reach, but still. Speaking of job select equipments, we have a Monk's Fist.
Okay.
I like this one. The art is a little dark, but it's cool looking nonetheless.
It is.
We have a Grand Pulse Ochu.
Ooh.
I feel like I haven't seen this card in a while. It's a good card, though. Very good. Green 1-drop that has Death Touch. And if you draw it late game, it's not a dead card because you can just pay 8 and give it +1/+1 for each permanent in your graveyard. And then it's just a huge Death Toucher.
It looks like a puppet. Like one of those like puppets that people go inside of.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Sure.
Because like the mouth looks so much lower, like the bottom jaw looks so much lower than the top half of it.
Sure.
That like there's people in there like controlling it,
Okay.
That's what I feel like.
And I mean, I'm not familiar with this creature, but it's Grand Pulse Ochu, so it makes me think of that it's like grand, like it's so big,
Right. Yeah.
Very cool. We have Travel the Overworld, which you can do on the back of a chocobo.
Yeah.
And so this is our first uncommon, by the way. We have Albed Salvagers as our second, and Galuf's Final Act as the third. So the way that play booster boxes work, or play booster packs, I should say, work, I mean, I guess it's boxes as well, is that after your first 3 uncommons, there's another card. It could be a card from the bonus sheet. It could be a rare, a mythic, or another uncommon. But our next card is a side quest, Raise a Chocobo. I guess I should have specified it can also be a flip card. So it's a side quest, Raise a Chocobo, which, as I just implied, is a flip card that flips into Black Chocobo. So this is from Final Fantasy VII. We actually, I mean, I guess spoilers, we didn't really do this side quest in our playthrough, but we talked about it actually quite a fair bit. So you can,
Or I thought we attempted to, right? Or
no,
that wasn't that.
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, you can go watch that playthrough and learn a little bit more about this side quest, but you won't see it be done by us. That's all. Behind it, our rare or mythic is an alt art triple triad rare.
Oh, cool.
This is from Final Fantasy VIII, which I think is quite funny. Again, I won't spoil it, but you can go watch our playthrough to know why I think it's funny that we got the triple triad alt art here. But very interesting. I'm not really in love with this card. So right now, I mean, side quest Raise a Chocobo is a good card. That's probably the best one that we've opened so far for our sealed pool here. Behind it should be either another rare mythic or a foil. It is our foil. It's a foil item shopkeep again. Now, obviously, these item shopkeeps care about you having equipped creatures. Equipment decks are red and white, I believe, typically. Actually, I don't have to guess. It's right here on this card. Equipment aggro, red, white, right there, a second from the bottom. So anyway, yeah, equipment decks are red and white. We have seen some equipment, but it was an artifact and a green card. So, none of the above for these, but still. We have a full art forest. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Love it, love it.
I wish that was the foil.
Oh, and there's a crab on this, I think, right? Isn't that a crab in the little water? Am I wrong? Or is it like a rock with a frog on it?
No, I think it's a crab.
I think so, too. Amy loves crabs. Sorry. I didn't mean it like that. And a hero / horror token.
Wow.
Amy, you usually like the horrors, but you don't like this one.
No.
Okay.
That is terrifying.
Okay, pack 2 of 6 of our first of many videos. Again, that pack was very unexciting in terms of like playability or bomminess of the cards that we opened for the sealed pool, but we'll see. We have a Kikiern Merchant. By the way, I don't speak Japanese or the fantasy language or names that they've come up with. So if you have pronunciation guides and you want to leave it for me in the comments, you're more than welcome. But I have said that this is called Kikiran Merchant. Slash of Light, very good removal spell. Red Mage's Rapier, okay. With 2 item shop keeps, getting a job select red equipment is quite nice.
Sure.
Black Mage's Rod, I really like this card. I really, really do. Obviously, it doesn't go with red-white equipment aggro, but I will also point out that if you're playing multiple job select equipments, even though they come down and immediately make a creature that this then attaches to, those are still non-creature spells. So they work for both Red Mage's Rapier, giving your creature +2/+0, and with Black Mage's Rod, making that creature ping your opponent, which is very nice. We have an Airship Crash. There you go, the new Plummet for you, Amy.
Nice.
Amy loves Plummet. Laughing Mad. This is a great card. Very helpful. I wouldn't play more than 2 of them probably, but still very good. We have an Adventurer's Airship. This one I'm not as in love with, but if you really need a flyer, I guess this works. It's a vehicle with crew 2 though, so.
I love that art though.
You do?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. I guess. Maybe if it evoked more of a memory from the game that it was from, I would like have more of a connection to it. I just know that it's not that great of a card, so I kind of don't form that connection with it because of it. So
yeah.
We have our first uncommon in Freya Crescent, a Rat Knight. Okay. I mean, she has flying during our turn. She can tap for mana for equipment spells. It really seems like we're leaning in that direction so far. We have a battle menu. This is very flavorful.
Let me see what I'm looking at. Oh, yeah, okay.
So you can pick attack, ability, magic, or item when you play this card for 2 mana at instant speed as an uncommon.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it really
I like
is.
the art, too. Look at that sunset in the background. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and the fact that it's like, you know, one of the random encounters on the battlefield there.
Yeah, and it really does kind of look like how it looks like when you come across that. You know, where they like all of a sudden zoom in on the background and then you see all the players are there like ready to go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's I would say it's really indicative of that.
Cool. Yeah, I think this one, it's one of those similar to a lot of the cards from the like D&D set, where it's like, it's a little bit meta, but it's still really good, like flavorful.
Right.
And we have Thief's Knife, another job select equipment, just in a non-red-white color. Very interesting. So we've gotten colorless, blue, black, red, and green. We haven't gotten any white ones yet, though, have we? Interesting. Well, anyway, but our next card is another uncommon in Gladiolus Amicitia.
Nice.
This is a really good card for the red-green deck, for the landfall deck. So we had the Raise a Chocobo card, which would go really well with that because it makes birds and cares about you having birds. And this card pays you off for being in a landfall deck. It is a little expensive. It would be the top of your curve in that deck, but still. And it goes and gets that land for you. So anyway, if we're anywhere near that, this gets in, no question. Great, great card. But that means our rare or mythic is Balthier and Fran. So right after we get a Gruul uncommon, we get a Gruul rare. And of course we do, because Amy's here with us. Amy loves Gruul, / is Gruul all the way. 1 red-green for a 4/3 human rabbit legendary creature with reach. Vehicles you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance and reach. And whenever a vehicle crewed by Balthier and Fran this turn attacks, if it's the first combat phase on your turn, you may pay 3 to then have an additional combat phase. I am not in love with this card. We saw the one vehicle, the 3/2 flying vehicle. There aren't really a lot of vehicles in this set, and that's not really what Gruul wants to be doing. So I'm kind of off of it. The deck that wants vehicles is the blue-white deck because it cares about artifacts. So yeah, this card is not very synergistic with the set. It may be flavorful for Final Fantasy XII, but it is not very synergistic. So,
Okay, fine.
behind Balthier and Fran is our foil. Oh god, this card in foil is ridiculous.
I know.
Oh my god. It's Omega Heartless Evolution, and it's genuinely one of the most ridiculous foils I've ever seen. And I'll let you decide whether ridiculous means like too much or amazing.
Right. Yeah, I think it's probably a little bit of both.
Yep, me too. But it's, like I said, Omega Heartless Evolution. We have one of these in foil already. Here's another. It's kind of a crazy card, and we're not really looking at blue right now, so I'm not really going to talk about whether we're putting it in the deck or not. Behind Omega, our land is Sharlayan, Nation of Scholars. As a town, tap land, and a dual land. And then...
Beautiful, too.
Yes, it is. And we have... Amy, you saw this one during our... Yep. Our stream on Monday. It is Yuna, Hope of Spira.
Nice.
You saw her regular art when we opened her in one of our packs. And we were told, I believe by Erica, that she is like very sought after in the set.
Yeah.
And so here is her alt art card.
It's pretty.
Yeah, agreed.
I really love it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our sealed pool isn't looking that great right now. I won't lie. Because our two rares are like arguably unplayable. I don't know. That's how I feel. But you know, that's fine so far, right? We still have 4 more to go. We're only a third of the way through. We have Summon Fat Chocobo. So we had Chocomog as well. Here's Fat Chocobo, both from Final Fantasy VII. This is another one that works well with the bird deck because you make a bird when it enters as the first chapter. So there's that. Sage's Nowliths, another job select equipment in blue. Again, gorgeous. So weird. We have a Weapons Vendor. This one cares about equipment.
Okay.
We have a Haste Magic. +1/+1 in haste on your +3/+1 in haste, excuse me. At instant speed for 2 mana. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it until your next end step.
Wow.
Not bad at all. We have Hecdize. I know you don't like this one.
Not like this card at all.
It's a little creepy. But yeah, you can make them discard a card for 2 mana and have a 1/1 left behind. Blitzball I like quite a bit. If you have, I don't know, I would say like 3 legends in your deck or more. This is a great include for its second ability. And if you need a mana rock, it's a good include for its first ability. Again, if you're in white-blue that cares about artifacts, this one probably helps you in general as well. So there you go.
Sure.
And if you're splashing, obviously it's incredible, not only because it is underwater. Next, thank you for laughing at that. I appreciate it. We have a Syncopate. Again, decent blue card. Counterspells are important. We have an Elixir as our first uncommon. You can shuffle all the cards from your graveyard into your library, gain some life, but also it's just an artifact on the battlefield. So again, if we cared about artifacts, I would play this. Currently we don't, and I would probably not. So, but that's our first uncommon. We have Random Encounter as the second. I really don't like this one either. I like the art actually a lot, though. It seems like very old school Magic the Gathering art to me.
Oh, okay, sure.
But also obviously indicative of, there's the Malboro, the Iron Giant, and I don't know offhand what this cat is, but of course people can let me know in the comments if this is like a standard Final Fantasy monster. But the Malboro and the Iron Giant really stand out, so there's that. But again, otherwise as a card, I don't love it. And Magitech Armor. It's another vehicle, but it is part white, so if we were trying to do Balthier and Fran stuff, we would need to splash a third color for this, which I don't want to do. Besides, I don't want to play vehicles to begin with. So, our next card is another uncommon in Dark Knight's Greatsword, another job select equipment in non-red and white colors. Very frustrating.
Yep, sure is.
It's a good card, though. +3/+0. Like, you have to pay 3 life to equip it, which I don't love. But 3 mana for a 4/1? Very interesting. Behind it, our rare or mythic is Noctis, Prince of Lucis, something like that. It's an Esper legend, 4/3 lifelink. You can cast artifact spells from your graveyard by paying 3 life in addition to paying their other costs. If you cast a spell this way, that artifact enters with a finality counter on it. I mean, with a lot of the equipment stuff that we've seen, unfortunately, it's in red, so we would have to play 4 colors. But we talked about the black equipment and the blue equipment that we were opening. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to do Bard's Bow, but we might be able to make this work, especially because we've seen nothing else that is synergistic so far in this pool. So there's that.
That'd be a lovely foil, too.
You think so?
Yeah.
I would be worried it'd be too dark in the background. Like, that sword produces a lot of light, so that might look great. And maybe the background here, but, like, I feel like everything else around it is so shadowy.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah.
Behind Noctis, we have our foil in the Prima Vista, which is a foil uncommon. Now, that's a pretty foil.
Yes, it is. Wow.
Gorgeous. Is another vehicle, god damn it, a 5-mana, 5/3 flying vehicle. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, this becomes an artifact creature until end of turn, or you can crew it with crew 2.
It's truly beautiful.
It really is. Behind it, our land is Vector, Imperial Capital, which is another town, red-black town, which is not bad. And again, with Noctis, like, this would help us cast red spells, and we already opened the blue-white land as well, so there's that.
Yeah.
We have a hero/robot warrior token. Okay, that's 3. 3 more to go. Halfway done.
Hey.
We've got, and we opened our first, like, possibly viable rare in Noctis. Only took half of the opening. Mm-hmm. We have Light of Judgment. Not bad removal spell at all. Speaking of a not bad removal spell, Sephiroth's Intervention. What do you think about this being depicted on a card? I mean, it kind of had to be, right?
What do you mean?
This incident being depicted on a card.
Do you have a problem with it?
No, I mean, like, some people, it makes them very sad.
Oh, well, I mean, these people have a bow and arrow that they're going to shoot somebody with. This guy has a knife type thing, right?
I mean, I guess. I'm just talking about the fact that it depicts such a gruesome thing, or it reminds people of such a gruesome event. That's all.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I don't see how it's any different from any of the rest of the cards. But
fair enough.
That's me, I guess.
All right, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. We have a Gigantode. I like this card a lot.
Yeah, like, this guy's going to kill you with his tongue.
You think so?
Yeah.
What if he's just coming in for a kiss?
No. That tongue will go straight down my throat and
Ew.
steal my organs.
Wow. Gross. Bad Gigantode. We have a Rook Turret. Cares about artifacts. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. 4 mana, 3/3 flyer. Not bad. We have an Aerith Rescue Mission. Also a good one. Vane's Treachery. Not bad at all. Ooh. Hell yeah. We got Zidane Tribal, a.k.a. Ragavan. Nimble Pilferer.
Nice.
That is, by the way, out of this set, our second Ragavan. And I think overall our third Ragavan, because if you remember when we did the bundle battle for this set, I think I opened the Ragavan, maybe you did, one of us did, and whoever did shut out the other person massively in our our wife finance hus bundle battle. You can go check that out on the channel if you're interested, but
I don't love the art for this.
neither do I. Neither do I.
It's just too different from all the rest of the cards.
Correct. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Like, there's nothing wrong with it if all of the cards are going to be that same sort of style. Mm-hmm. But since they're not, I don't know, it just feels off.
Sure.
It makes it feel not cohesive.
Yeah. No, I can't disagree with you. I mean, to be fair, though, realize that this is the bonus sheet card, and all the bonus sheet cards are different, right? Because they're all like depicting scenes or being reminiscent of scenes from the games that they're from. And so because this is from, I guess this is from 9, so he shouldn't look like this. He should look a lot better, but anyway, it's fine. Yeah, I agree with you. I do, that this art is very strange in comparison, but a lot of the bonus sheet cards do look a lot different because they have like stills from the games or whatever.
Yeah, and I get that those are trying to look different, and I don't have a problem with any of those.
Yeah.
This one I do.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, I
can't really explain why this one and not some of the other ones. I just feel like this one's further away from what these other cards are.
Again, I don't disagree with you whatsoever, and you're not the first person that I've heard mention it, but of course that means that if you agree or disagree, let us know in the comments down below, for sure. But also, feel free to be happy for us or angry with us that we opened Ragavan. So, there's that.
Also, you mentioned the Aerith rescue mission, and we had just opened the one where Sephiroth's sword is coming down.
It sure is.
That rescue mission failed.
We have Ultros Obnoxious Octopus as our first uncommon.
Look at that. He needs a toothbrush.
He needs a toothbrush? Why, because they're yellow?
He can brush his teeth with that tentacle.
Yeah, of course.
Hold a toothbrush and just...
They're like a shelf. He could, like, buff them.
Well, if you went to the dentist, they would.
Yeah, probably.
They would do that for him.
Mm-hmm. But he's obnoxious, so they wouldn't want to.
Oh, well, I love him.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Behind Ultros, we got one. A Dragoon's Lance. Now, this is a good job select equipment. +1/+0 has flying during your turn. Incredible. And equip cost is 4, which is a little expensive, but it's 2 mana for a 2/1 flyer during your turn. We have a Colosseum Behemoth as well. Big boy. 7 mana, 7/7 trample, and either destroy an artifact or enchantment or draw a card when it enters.
Okay.
Behind that, our next card is a rare in Summon Brynhilder. Okay. Chain and Gestalt mode. Exile the top card of your library. During any turn, you may put a lore counter on this saga, during any turn you put a lore counter on this saga, you may play that card. And then chapters 2 and 3, when you next cast a creature spell this turn, it gains haste until end of turn. And it's a 2 mana, 2/1 rare. So presumably on turn 2, when you could attack with this thing, you're probably not. But it means that whatever you play on that turn, you're going to get to attack with it because it will gain haste.
Okay.
Not bad at all. And that is another part red rare. That's 4 of them, if we count Ragavan. Behind Brynhilder, our foil? No, we have another rare in Starting Town, which is, unsurprisingly, a town. When it enters tapped, unless it's... Yes, where they start things, yes.
They never finish them.
So it does say this land enters tapped unless it's your first, second, or third turn of the game. Because if it's your starting town, then it enters untapped. Nice. And it taps to add colorless, or you can tap pay a life and add 1 mana of any color. So very good fixing.
And it's Palette Town.
Yeah, it could be Palette Town.
Because a palette has all the colors.
Oh, you're so good.
And because it's your first.
Yeah, no, you're so good. So smart. Pokemon reference, by the way, everybody. Every Tuesday over on Video Games for All. Link in the description down below. That's really funny. We have a foil, or our foil is... Wow.
Oh my god. That is fucking gorgeous.
Look at that. Summon Esper Ramu. So again, another red card. God damn, so many red cards. I mean, red is like, it's got to be our base color. And then we have to determine what our second color is going to be, at minimum. That's really cool. I'll show this to Amy because I know she really wants to see it. I can like feel you at reaching for it, even though you're not actually reaching for it. But that is gorgeous. Look at that.
In my mind, I am.
Like, I don't know. Behind it, we also have a foil full art forest, the one with the crab on it.
Whoa.
These full art lands are just amazing.
Yeah, I really wanted to see that in foil.
Well, there you go.
Wow, is that good?
Yes, it is.
I was not wrong about thinking that would be good in foil.
Correct. Yeah, it's insane.
Damn.
Really good stuff. And behind it, a hero/treasure token. Okay, 2 more packs to go in our first of 5 sealed pools. And I mean, again, we opened Ragavan, so I'm pretty pleased, but and we know we're base red. At least we feel very strongly that we're base red. What else? Your guess is as good as mine. And obviously, if you have opinions, let us know in the comments down below. We have Hecdies. Summon Fat Chocobo. Again, that's our second one of those. Sage Newliths, a second one of those as well. Weapons Vendor, second one of those. Haste Magic again. Hill Gigas, very nice. For our deck that is very heavy red, we now have the Mountain Cycler. Or if you get it late game, it's a 6 mana, 5/4 Trample Haster. Very good card. Crossroads Village is another town, and another one that you choose a color when it enters, and it taps for mana of the chosen color. So it's really good fixing.
I love this one, of course.
Yeah, really great.
Real estate agent.
That's right. Our first uncommon is another Prima Vista. This one non-foil. The other one that we got was foil. And I mean, still is, I suppose.
It just stopped being foil. It was like, oh, not on screen anymore.
Don't.
It throws the foil away.
We have Queen Braun, who makes the 0/1 Black Wizard tokens when she attacks. And she is a 2/1 Prowess. Very, very nice. And Cloud of Darkness. Not the cloud that you may want from the set, but it's actually not a bad card. It's just that it's black and double green, which is not really what we've been working with so far in this sealed pool, but still. We have Cloud of Darkness. With Particle Beam, you can shrink one of their creatures, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Which means our next card is another uncommon, this one a flip card, in Crystal Fragments. 1 mana for an equipment. So again, pretty helpful in the with the equipment strategy that we have seemingly been working towards.
It looks like a pacifier.
Yeah, I guess it kind of does. And maybe that teaches you a little bit about this person. It flips into Summon Alexander.
Yes.
But you have to pay 7 mana to do it. So it's a 1 mana equipment, and then it can hopefully sit around on the battlefield long enough that eventually you can pay 7 mana and make Alexander. For the first and second turn, you prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control this turn. And then on the third turn, you tap all creatures your opponents control. And it's a 4/3 flyer, which is very cool.
And that art is friggin' sick.
Right? Absolutely incredible. Agreed. Behind it, though, our rare or mythic, because that was just a flip uncommon. Our rare or mythic is a rare in Summon Titan alt art. That is really cool looking. I don't think, despite Balthier and Fran, I don't think green is going to be our second color. It seems like it's probably going to be white, maybe splashing for something else, because we have things like Crossroads Village and the Imperial Capital or whatever, the starting town, etc. But Summon Titan, gorgeous card. I just, again, with double green, I don't know. We have Fat Chocobo as well, but again, a little expensive, and double green, so not really splashable.
Yeah.
But pretty. Very cool looking. Behind it, our foil, is a foil uncommon again in Realms Sketching. That's actually a pretty foil, I think. I think it looks kind of nice.
Yeah.
Surprising, yeah. Very cool. Okay. And another foil in a foil full art island.
Wow. Love
gorgeous.
That too.
Yeah, of course.
So cool.
Right? Very pretty. Okay. Ooh. And a foil stamped, signature stamped art card.
Whoa.
For, what are you? Hades, Sorcerer of Eld, which I think this is what, I forget his name, that Casey and Erica love so much.
Oh.
Specifically, Casey loves very much and Erica likes, but still. He flips into that. I forget his name. But anyway, you can leave it.
The last pack?
Again, you can leave it in the comments. This is the last pack.
Oh.
And it starts off strong in this red sealed pool that we've been opening with a Thunder Magic.
Yes.
Very nice. We have Undercity Dire Rat, not a bad card at all. We have Blitzball Shot, sure. Combat Tutorial, also not bad. A Magitech Infantry, I'm not as in love with this one, won't lie. Even if we're going red-white, this probably does not get in. Another Grand Pulse Ochu, that's our second one of these. An Instant Ramen. There is a life gain deck in this format. That's where this goes, and or in your white-blue artifacts decks. This ain't it. This deck is not what, or that's not what we're doing in this deck. Our first uncommon. I felt like we got to this one quickly, so maybe we have like more than one rare or mythic.
Oh, let's hope.
But we have Tonberry as our first uncommon.
Ah, first one of those we've seen.
Yes, he's so cute. But he'll kill you. And then...
Actually, I think he'll just stab you with that little knife over and over again and then walk away quickly.
That's right.
And you'll just be annoyed.
I mean, as a player, you're correct. As a creature, though, he will have first strike and death touch, so he'll kill you.
Oh, shit.
He will kill you. That's why he enters tapped with a stun counter on him, because as people who've played Final Fantasy will know, he takes a very long time to walk up to you, but once he does and he stabs you, he could just straight up kill you. So that's our first uncommon. Our second is Zidane, Tantalus Thief. So notably, if we're going red-white, like this probably gets in just for the nature of the fact that like it does a pretty good effect, and you can make a treasure, but like, I don't know. I'm not, we talked about this during one of our streams as well. I'm not in love with the like steal a creature type effects, but the fact that he steals the creature, it gains lifelink as well as haste, and depending, I mean, obviously you're going to take their best creature for whatever situation you're in at the time. The fact that you can do that and then make them maybe have to block their own creature and either kill the one that you have or have the one that they're blocking with die without you really losing anything in the exchange and actually gaining life in the process, that's all obviously beneficial and an upside. I'm used to, if you're going to steal their creature and attack them with it, either you better be winning the game or sacrificing it for some benefit. And there isn't really a ton of ways that I'm aware of in red and white to do that, especially in this pool so far. But that being said, if we're in red and white, this almost certainly gets in because you can steal their best card and gain life off of attacking with it. So,
Right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's our second uncommon. We also have Sleep Magic as the third.
Awesome.
It's not bad. I don't think we're doing it with this pool today, but it's a cool card nonetheless. And it means our next card is a flip uncommon in X-Death Void Warlock. Again, probably not a card that we're playing today in this pool, but he does flip into Neo X-Death Dimensions End.
Oh.
Which is a very cool name, a very cool art as well. I really like that. There's a lot going on, but it looks awesome. And then that means that our rare or mythic is... Squall, Seed Mercenary, as a white-black rare. So it would work well with Noctis, obviously, because Noctis is white, black, and blue. But again, it seems like right now I would probably be playing red and white out of this pool so far. But we got Squall, Seed Mercenary, great card. Happy with that. Behind it, our foil. Yeah. Speaking of Squall,
Damn.
It is a foil Ultimecia Time Sorceress.
I thought Squall was good.
Well, also...
That's so beautiful.
It is very beautiful, but also, don't forget, Ultimecia flips into Ultimecia Omnipotent. Double-sided foils are so cool to me. And look, this one's not bad.
Yeah.
You like the front side better, though?
I don't.
Oh, you like this side better.
Or no, yeah, I like the front side better.
Gotcha.
This
Okay.
is like a little busy for me.
Sure. Yeah. I noticed that as well. Okay. And then speaking of foils, we have a foil full art mountain.
Ooh.
3 foil full art lands, all different as well in this.
Look like a mountain.
Pool.
That looks like Bigfoot.
There's a structure on top here.
Yeah,
It's like a plateau or
used to
whatever.
be his face.
Wow.
This is the bottom of his foot. This is his arm reaching across to hold up his foot.
Ew.
And this is his beard.
Wow. Oh, okay. I mean, as I said, everybody, let us know in the comments what you think. That's really funny.
They're just living on like a fossilized Bigfoot.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's good to know that they're doing that for us, I guess. We have this foil, that again, our 3rd foil land. That's great. And we end with a hero/treasure token. I mean, what could I possibly leave you looking at besides the card that is probably the most expensive thing that we've opened, but also the thing that we talked the most about in terms of disliking the art on. So here is Zidane Tribal, probably the best thing we opened in this first sealed pool. I would play red and white, probably splashing maybe blue in this sealed pool. I would love to know your thoughts because there were a number of cards that cared about non-creature spells. Obviously, we had a lot of equipment. Maybe splashing black makes more sense because then we could play Black Mage's Rod and things like that that would give us the benefits of being able to play that. Plus, we have the red-black land, as well as the Crossroads Village and the starting town that would help us splash stuff. So, I don't know. That's, like I said, that's what I would do, is I'd play red-white, splash something. I would think black or blue. And I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. We also have a Blitzball to help us with stuff, too. So,
yeah.
Thank you all so very much for watching this. Obviously, as I said, we'll be back for more, so stay tuned in the coming weeks. If you want to make sure that you don't miss out on seeing what else this box has in store now that it has already given us a Ragavan, make sure that you subscribe and ring that bell so that you will get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, including more of these openings in the coming weeks. Don't forget, as I mentioned, we're also live every Monday. We'd love to have you join us in chat to play some MTG Arena Limited. So if we do some sealed, we'll be trying to make sealed pools just like we did here today.
Yeah.
And if we're drafting, you'll see how we draft this format as well.
Cool.
Don't forget, we have 2 other channels, links down in the description box below, for our video game channel, Video Games for All.
And gluten-free for all.
Links down in the description box below, and you can sub and ring the bells there as well. And we really appreciate any and all support that you are willing to give. As a reminder, likes and shares here on YouTube do go a very long way. And we encourage you to check out our 2 Instagram accounts, also linked down below.
Please.
But otherwise, for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.